Hello, I'm Dr. Eve. Welcome to the Sexual Health Center. I'm talking about orgasms, again, and the reason that I talk about them again is because you want to talk about them. 33% of women have orgasms, which means that a lot of you just haven't had an orgasm yet. So we're going to start out by talking about female orgasms. And I think the best way for you to really understand it is to understand the sexual response cycle, which was really developed for us by Masters and Johnsons back in the day of the 1960s. So let's understand how females respond to be able to bring themselves to orgasm alone or with a partner. So what Masters and Johnson said was that women feel desire and then build up to a point of arousal. So they would feel desire, they would build up to a point of arousal, which would give them some kind of lubrication and engorgement. And if there is enough stimulation, they would build right up to having an orgasm. And once they had an orgasm, they slowly would go into what's called a refractory period, where they would then feel replete and feel really good. But then they took in many subjects and saw actually that's not the way that women respond. Women are so incredibly variable, depending on their hormones, their mood, and mostly depending on the person that they're trying to be orgasmic with. That has a massive influence on a woman's ability to be orgasmic. It's not about really only technique. Technique counts, but it's about where your heart, your comfortability, your own sense of self comes into it, which is going to allow you to be orgasmic. But let's stick with the actual physiology of it for a while. And what they found with Masters and Johnson is that women really are flatlined around desire, don't really have a lot of desire. They need a motivator, they need a reward. You need to be thinking of something which is going to get you interested in being sexual, whether it's about having intimacy with your partner, whether it's about really enjoying the anticipation of closeness and connection that comes, or really just scoring because it feels nice to feel special. There are so many different reasons why women want to be sexual and actually want to have the sexual experience. So women don't actually all have that high desire. They're flatline there, and it takes a lot of time for them to build up some form of arousal, and they may stay there and actually never ever peak to orgasm at all, and just feel okay about not having an orgasm, or feel really frustrated and want to have that orgasm but don't have it because they don't talk about it or they don't really know how to get themselves to have it. And then there are some women who would go straight from arousal, have an orgasm, have another orgasm, and take a long time to come down again. So they were finding that there was a huge amount of variety. Since then, our research has shown us that there may be a different model for women around how they respond and have orgasms. It's called a circular model, a different kind of model, where women are driven by the need for intimacy. That if they are feeling good with their bodies, good with the partner, good with the situation, they're going to then feel somewhat horny. They will then become somewhat aroused, and then they'll say, okay, I have some desire now, I'm in the mood to have sex, and maybe it's driven because I know that I'm going to feel closer to you, and I'm going to feel good, and I'm going to feel fabulous, and oh yes, I may even have an orgasm. So it's very important for you to understand that this process can be quite laborious and quite lengthy. It takes time for women to build up the arousal. It's very different from men, as you'll see in another YouTube channel of mine. Very different from men. So anything from 10, 15, 20 to even 30 minutes it takes a woman to actually become orgasmic, and that's under really good conditions. So spend the time with yourself first. See which model appeals to you, what your body goes to. See how your body responds under optimal conditions of fantasy, excitement, feeling heart to heart with your partner, good with your own body, and see how long it takes for you to become orgasmic. Don't expect it to happen as you have your first thrust. Or maybe it will for you. That's what I want you to find out. Learn how to become orgasmic so you feel satisfied in your own sexual health. Follow me on Facebook and find me on Twitter.